Peace, 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 and blessings to the good people. Welcome. This is KY007. Habari. Hello in Swahili. How are you all doing? Hope you are doing well. I am back. Have some issues. Some reason YouTube wants to stop me from talking about certain things, but they can't. That's not right. That's not nice, all right? So again, I'm KY007. Here I talk about different things, mostly to do with Black people, Africanism, the community, astronomy and astrology, which I put together as astros. Also, things to do with sexuality and spirituality you will find here on my channel. Okay. I appreciate everyone that comes through, everyone that's brave enough to speak up, and if you want to speak out. There's two ways of doing that. So you see the number floating below, and there's also a link that I dropped immediately. I think that it's time to have an immediate conversation on this, a real one. Jumping right into things. Excuse me. As you can see from the thumbnail and my title, and the thumbnail says, why it's so enticing to tear down Black folks. Why is that? That's a question, and it's somewhat of a statement that I'm making. In recent news, as a lot of people know, we have Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, however you refer to him. He's one of the biggest moguls in the world and happens to be a Black man, okay? One of the leaders of hip hop, and that can never be taken away from him. We also have Candace Owens, another African American that makes a lot of headlines and headway, mainly off of her conversation and her triggering talking points that are usually against the people of African descent. If you would listen to her talking points, you wouldn't even know she's a Black woman. Okay, so I want to dig deep.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I want to talk about something. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing?
Oh, fine. I want to talk about something that you mentioned earlier.
All right. Put you on the screen. Yeah, go ahead. I just got to figure out how to get you on the screen.
Okay. You was talking about you said something about light skin. You said that I forgot what you said. Like you said just because you light skin doesn't mean that other races don't see you as Black. That's true. Like other races of people, like they don't see us different, like based on skin tone. You know what I'm saying? They see us the same. You know?
Right. Absolutely. But lighter skinned people tend to believe that. You know. I don't know. Sometimes I've kind of questioned how you view it too, because you are very light skinned, and I noticed that you tend to promote light skin. It was said.
Yes, I do, because I'm light skinned and I'm proud. Like my preference is light skinned women. Like I'm not
But what are you
I'm
proud
not a
about?
colorist, but that's just my preference. Like, a lot of pro-Blacks.
What are you proud about your light skinness? Like what makes you proud of your light skinness, if you could explain?
That's the way that God made me, because a lot of you pro-Blacks, like y'all try to shame light-skinned people into dating dark-skinned people only, and some light-skinned people, we prefer light-skinned people as well. We're not colorists, but a lot of you pro-Blacks, we like, if you don't date a dark-skinned person, you're not Black enough, like you're not Black, and that's not right,
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of you pro-Blacks, like y'all try to shame light-skinned people into dating dark-skinned people. Like if you don't date a dark-skinned person, you're not pro-Black, you're not Black. And I don't think that's right. You know what I'm saying? I think Black is Black, you know what I'm saying? Whether you light-skinned or dark-skinned, that's my point.
You're right about the Black is Black part, but I just want to take two things and just deconstruct it real quick off of what you said. Like, I don't believe in the term pro-Black. You call me pro-Black. I call it being black and loving your blackness. We get the term because too many people are against black people. If there wasn't so many people in the world against black people, we wouldn't even have a term pro-black. Why am I pro-black? Because I love black. Why, if I choose to wear a lot of dark stuff and I love black and the black people, I like the color black so much that, and I've researched witchcraft and stuff, that I'm looked at as a witch. But if you are of a different ethnicity, sometimes you could be looked at as somebody, weird or whatever like that. We shouldn't have a name because we love where we truly come from. I have a double standard when it comes to light skin and dark skin, because I feel that light skinness in America is a part of whitewashed thinking. You're taught to think that lighter skin is prettier, the skin looks better, all those kind of things, because it's learned. If you were just born, if we just had you, Randy, if we just had Randy, and Randy was never taught nothing about colorism, nothing, just grown up as a boy coming into a strong young man, right? I wonder who you would pick. I wonder who would you really be attracted to. Would it really be white women, Hispanic women? Would it really be light-skinned sisters? Or would it really be who you truly are, which would be a darker melanated woman? I do believe that. I believe that because you were raised in America, you see everything we see. Also, American black people are a lot of us are, we just not dark. You know what I mean? A lot of us are not, because we were infiltrated by other ethnicities and races. I know the truth. We're all supposed to be dark skinned. Maybe you don't agree with that, but the first people here were dark. We're all supposed to be of a different melanation. So that's why I gear towards dark skin, because it's proven to have healing in it too. And I'm gonna do a video on it to prove it. There's more power in a darker skinned person. That's my belief with that part.
I disagree.
Okay.
I mean, because, you know what I'm saying, I can't, you know what I'm saying, I can't complain the way that God made me. Like, light skinned people, like, we can't, you know what I'm saying, complain. God made us some light skin. You know what I'm saying? I disagree with that. I don't think having dark skin makes you strong and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people say, dark skinned people are built for the sun. They can stand in the sun longer. That's not true. I'm light skinned and I can stay in the sun. Like,
but you'll burn.
That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're dark skinned don't mean that you're strong. I'm stronger than a lot of dark skinned people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I don't mean like you're weak or nothing like that. It's just
that's the reason why I'm not pro-black, because a lot of you pro-blacks always try to disrespect light-skinned people. Oh, you're weak, you're soft, like you're not black enough. I don't want to hear that. I don't think like you guys think. Like, I'm not racist, I'm not prejudiced. Like, I get along with everybody. Like,
black
I was in Hollywood yesterday and all races of people were speaking to me. White people, Asian people, Hispanic people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I treat people how they treat me.
But you don't live with them.
Yeah, I do. Like, I live in the
majority of white people don't want you living around them. There's so much footage of that. They don't want you around them. They'll tolerate you, LA.
Where I stay at, it's a lot of white people here. I live in a mixed community. It's white people.
That's it.
My neighbor is white.
Tolerating you, yes. That's it.
No, we talk to them. They talk to us. Like, my neighbors are white. Okay, and they're friendly. Like, we speak to them. Like, a lot of my neighbors are black.
Do you remember you said, all right, and he's in LA for those that are watching live or catch the replay. You told me a couple months back that your house was raided because they thought you were Hispanic, and you said it was racism by your neighbors. Did you not tell me that?
No, they was actually on beef with some other black gang, and they thought I was associated with that. That happens to everybody. Hispanics, that happens to whites out here, blacks, anybody.
What whites does that happen to? I don't have no white gangs.
This happens in Southern California. See, California is different from New York and other places out here. Like, we have different races of people that live in our community. This is a mixed community where I live.
No, New York has the most mix. The biggest melting pot, I would say, in the world is New York. New York has all different people there. You guys have some too, because we're pretty much spread out everywhere, but New York has the most. That's why people feel that New York is racist. They say the further up New York you go, you suffer more racism.
Yes,
Um,
I do. Y'all,
I'm not
y'all
sure
from
about that. I mean, I could believe it though, but it's like you can keep thinking that these people are not racist, but they are. They tolerate us for the most part.
they're not
And
racist.
I
Like
just want to make a point that as light skinned as you are, they'll hang you just as quick as someone dark. It depends. Are you going to do work for massa? Because there's black
ain't,
people that I target.
ain't nobody hanging nobody, 2024. You know what
Are
I'm
you
saying?
crazy? Are you
That's not gonna
crazy?
happen. No. To 2024?
I don't
No,
know about a
no, that's
current
not gonna
hanging in
happen to me.
2024. There was a black woman that was just hung in Florida, and Michi
But
X
that's the
just
South,
did a
though. I'm from
report on it.
California. Like we have guns in California, and
We
we
have
will use
guns
them self
everywhere,
defense.
LA. That's not the point. You
We're not
have
gonna
to
allow
be
no
aware.
white person to do that in California. See, this ain't the South. I'm not from the South, Kai. Like I'm from California. Like you know what I'm saying? I can't relate to somebody from the South. I'm not from the South. I'm from California. I'm from the North. I can't relate to the South. You know?
You're not from Africa either, but you need to relate to your African roots.
I'm
The
not from
more you
Africa.
relate,
I don't claim Africa.
you don't have
I'm
to claim
American.
Africa.
I was
Africa
born
already
in
claimed
America.
you.
I was born in the United States of America. I was not born in Africa. I'm not African.
Right,
I'm
but
not
you
African.
are
I'm
African.
not black either. I'm not black.
Why don't
I'm
you
not.
want to claim your African
Black
roots?
is not a color. Black is not a race.
That's why
Black
I put
is.
it in quotes. All right, one second, one second. It elaborate.
I wasn't born in Africa. I was born in the United States of America. My ancestors was born in Africa. We are not from Africa. We're from America. The African people, they don't even accept African Americans in Africa. Like they'd be like, "Oh, you're mixed race." You know what I'm saying? You're not black enough. You know what I'm saying? You're, you know what I'm saying? Whitewash. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna accept black people, black Americans in Africa because we're mixed out here. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna accept us in Africa. African people be discriminating against black people, black Americans all the time. Why should I associate myself and black people should associate themselves with Africans and Africans when African people don't even claim us, don't even respect us. I don't claim that I'm African. I'm not African. I was born in America. I'm American. Are you still here, Cut?
Yep, I'm here. Just one second, okay?
Black people always do this online. Oh, why you ashamed to be black and stuff? Why you don't date dark skinned women and stuff? I don't like dark skinned women. I'm not attracted to dark skinned women. I like light skinned women. I like Hispanic women. I like Asian women. I like some white women. That's just my preference. I'm not a colorist. I don't have self hate. That's just what I like. I'm light skinned. I'm supposed to like light skinned women. I'm one of those light skinned people that's attracted to my own skin complexion. I like light skinned women. That's my preference. I don't have to be with a dark skinned woman to be black. I don't
I
have to.
agree. I agree with that. There's some people that actually say that they say you can't be pro-black if you date outside your race, or if you, especially if you marry him, or if you have a kid with someone that's not your ethnicity or race. I'm kind of, to be honest, I see what both sides of that argument are saying, because it has to do with what you're passing on. Who you're procreating with is your lineage. Who are you leaving your legacy to? Now, I always felt that if I had a kid with someone that's white, that kid is automatically black. Hispanic, anybody, we mix. Whatever we both create is in a mixing pot. But then there's people that are like, no, it's about the father. And then there's some people say, no, it's one drop. I I
It's
just
both.
take a little issue with that. But beyond that, it's about your motivation and what you do with your assets, what you do with your wealth, and what you do with your purpose in life, because not everyone is going to obtain wealth. So it goes beyond money. I know that we're systematically programmed towards lighter skin. So that's just the point I want to make to you. You even have come to me and said, Kai, I got a white girl. I'm just letting you know, and ha ha ha. And it's like, you're not offending me.
No,
So
no.
I don't understand why
These
when
women are
people
like,
do people
go
they
ahead.
hate, they look back at black folk and say, see me? I couldn't care less who you're with. That's you.
No,
You just be happy. You know what I'm saying?
no, it just shows that other races of women are attracted to me because you know what I'm saying. A lot of you
Yeah,
black
that's
women, y'all play
cool.
games and stuff. A lot of the black women that I like and stuff, they don't like me. They either married or they
That's
play
not
games and stuff.
true.
A lot of you black women
That's
play
not
games
true.
with black men and stuff. Like
No, you got to stop feeling
I try
that
to be with a black
people don't
woman. Like
accept you.
I
You
always
got to
try to
stop
date black
feeling like
women, but
that.
black women don't want to give me a chance. They either take in, they either don't like me, or they
You
either
have to be
gold
patient,
diggers, like
though.
they want money and stuff. They want the
You have
bag
to
and
be
stuff.
patient,
Like
though.
black women are all about money and stuff. That's why I date other races of women because I want to have other options. I don't want to just limit myself to just black women and stuff because black women are not the only race of women in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like I have
Right, but
other
your
different
reason is
options.
because you feel rejected.
No, I feel
There's
like
men that
no,
come
I'm attracted to
online,
other
they
races of
feel
women.
rejected,
No,
and then they
I'm
say, you know
attracted to
what, I
other
don't
races
really
of
want
women.
y'all anyway. You know what I'm saying? You just said it. You said you feel
I'm
that.
multiracial, Kai. Like my great grandparents was white. My great grandfather he was white. My great grandmother she was German. So I'm multiracial. Like I'm not just
Right.
black. I'm,
Right. It shows through your complexion. That goes to my point too. A lot of Americans have some kind of mixed generation. I said that. That's why I don't know why we get into colorism so much, especially in America, because there's hardly any pure African. There's hardly any pure black.
I'm
So
not no
why do we
colorist.
make a big deal out of complexion when if you really look around, most people are lighter toned? Why is that though? Because of just like what you said, it's in our lineage.
We're
We didn't have
mixed.
nothing to do with it. But this is the thing. You can whiten your race. You want to whiten your children? Do you want to lighten them? Or do you just say, hey, I just like what I like? Or deep down, do you feel that, hey, that's a very dark skinned woman over there? I almost don't even pay attention to her because, I don't know, she too dark for me. You know what I mean? I don't want all that blickety black. That's what comes across on social media. That's how dark skinned women like Tasha K feel. That's part of the pain of dark skinned women. They
We're not
feel
attracted to
unpretty.
them. Like
They're
they need to
unfit.
be with a dark skinned guy. Like dark skinned women need to be with dark skinned men, right? There's dark skinned men out there that like dark skinned women. Like I have a preference. I don't want to be with no dark skinned women. I'm not attracted to dark skinned women. I'm not gonna
See,
play
I
with
never heard
somebody's
you say
emotions and
that.
stuff. Like that's not my type because like I'm an honest person. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm a type of person. If I'm not fully attracted to you, I'm not gonna be with you. Like I want to be with somebody that I really like, and I prefer light skinned black women. I prefer Hispanic, Asian, and you know what I'm saying, white women. Like that's just my preference. I don't like dark skinned women. I don't hate dark skinned women. I'm not a colorist. It's just not my type. Like the dark skinned
But
women
you
do not
sound like
turn
a
me on.
colorist. I
They
didn't
don't
know.
turn me on.
But it
No,
sounds like you're a
it sounds
colorist.
like
If
my
you can tell
preference. I
me
don't.
that, but hold on, if you feel that you could never date a dark skinned woman, what would you call it? I never heard you say that till just now.
I don't like dark skinned women. Like you
You
know what
never
I'm
you
saying.
didn't get to see them all.
So you want me to cheat on a dark skinned woman, abuse her, and call her names, and cheat
But
on
why would
her
you do
and
that? Why
use
would you
her
do that to
because
a sister though? Why would you do that?
like I shouldn't have been with her in the first place because she wasn't my
Oh,
type. I want my type. Like I'm not gonna date somebody that I'm not attracted to. Like I'm very picky about women. I'm not gonna be with somebody that I don't like, Kai. Can't force that on people. Like you pro blacks can't force black men to date dark skinned women. You have to date your type, your preference. I am not attracted to dark skinned women. I'm not a colorist. I'm not a pro black. I don't agree with a lot of stuff y'all say about um, you know, colorism. Like it's just a preference. Like it's not like you know what I'm saying, bashing dark skinned women or people. It's just like I don't find dark skinned women attractive. Like I'm not pro black. I don't see life the way that most black people see life. You know? Are you there, Kai?
yep, I'm here. I was just listening.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I,
I'm not a
I don't know.
colorist.
You don't
It's
have
just
to
a
be pro
preference.
black. I don't even believe in the term. I don't know who created that term. That's
What can
adding
I just?
divide. It's adding divide with us. It really
Why can't I
is.
just
And
like be
like,
with a light skinned woman? Like, why can't me as a light skinned person be with a light skinned woman and still be black? Like, I'm black. Like, I'm just attracted to light skinned black women. That's just my preference. That's just what turns me on. Like, I don't like dark skinned women like that. Like, that's not my type. Other men may find the dark skinned women attractive. I don't. I'm not a colorist. I don't have self hate. It's just a preference. My mother's dark skinned. My nephews and nieces are dark skinned. My older brothers and sisters are dark skinned. Some are light skinned, but that's just my preference.
I mean, you can have a preference, but just to not ever even see yourself with a dark skinned person is a preset meditation. Just like there's
I can't.
premeditated murder, there's
I don't want no dark
premeditated
skinned
dating.
woman.
That's okay. You don't have to date a dark skinned woman, but I guess
I'd rather be with
my
a white
mind
woman than a
can't
dark
wrap
skinned woman.
around
I'd rather be with a white
why
woman.
someone would exclude darker skinned individuals as a whole. Like you could never see yourself with a darker skinned person.
Nope.
To be honest, that saddens me a bit, because there's so much opportunity of love and affection and what you may really need in your life. You are going after, sometimes you go after women that aren't even to be going after. You are a
Yeah, I
man. A
do.
lot of men, hold on though, a lot of men, you guys are motivated by the way a woman looks. All right. That's just, it is what it is. This is all men. Your
I have to be
visual
with
is
my
set.
type.
So it's like, I don't know what's ever really enough for you guys. You can get a woman that's licensed, she can have whatever going on. It's never enough for y'all. You're always looking at another woman anyway, and you want to know what she feels like sliding inside of her. And it's like, we're never enough. It doesn't matter how light she is. It doesn't matter how stringy her freaking hair is. None of that matters. So in a way, as a woman, I feel it's hard to really satisfy you modern day men. And when you go on these other platforms, it's like women are throwing themselves at you anyway, but they have their hand out. And like you said, black women just want money. That's not true. But I think over the recent years, black women that's true, that we've become more materialistic, and it's kind of disgusting. But by far, most women, you don't hear from them. They're not on TV to tell you, man, you know what I would like? Just a great man in my life. Look at what I've already accomplished, and I can meet with you on your accomplishments, and we can build an empire together. That's real African women talk. Okay? We come from Africa. You don't have to accept it. We already claimed you. You don't have
I
to claim us
disagree.
back. You're already ours.
I'm
Black
American.
women belong to you, Randy.
No,
It's
they
up
don't.
to you black men to get some of us in check with the way our behaviors are, our rude and loudness, and our extra promiscuousness. We need that leadership in our lives. You guys are abandoning the sisters instead of putting your foot down and saying, you know what, enough is enough. This is disgusting. Because we tend, as women, we do what we think turns y'all on. We're
Can
not
I speak,
doing
Kai?
it to do it.
I'm only responsible for the women in my family, my daughters, my mother, my sisters, my nieces, my aunts. Those are the women that I'm
Definitely.
responsible for. Other than that, I'm not responsible for other black women out there that I'm not dating, I'm not related to. They are not my responsibility. Those are not my women.
You
You know
see,
what I'm
that's
saying?
why we're not unified. That's what Dr. Omar Johnson talks about. Because as soon as we have this discussion of how about we put more into the community, have more of a say, stand up against certain things that y'all don't agree with, y'all be like, hey, you're not my problem. I ain't from New York. I don't know you. Oh, where you from?
I don't
Ohio? I
respect
don't know
them.
nobody there. Oh, where you from? PA? You feel like we're not one. And I believe, because I think through more of a Pan-Africanism ideology, I feel we're all one. So there's no separating for me. You can be
That's
as
how
light
you
skinned
feel,
as you
but
want
like
to be.
other
We're
black people
one.
do not feel that way. Like y'all always try to tear down dark skin. I mean, light skinned black people all the time. Like, oh,
I didn't tear
you know what I'm saying?
nobody
Like, you think you
down.
better than us? Like, oh, you're not acting black, or you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be with a dark skinned person. If you don't date a dark skinned person, you're not black. You know what I'm saying? Light skinned people are ashamed to. You know what I'm saying? Date dark skinned people, are forced to date dark skinned people. That's not right. Like light skinned people shouldn't be forced to date dark skinned people just to be accepted into the black community. You know what I'm saying? I'm light skinned. I prefer to be with other light skinned people. I prefer light skinned women. Like I'm light skinned. I'm supposed to be attracted to light skinned women. I'm light skinned.
No,
That's
no,
my
no,
whole
no, no,
point.
no, no. You're supposed to be attracted to who you want to be attracted to. Just because you're light skinned don't mean you're supposed to be attracted to light skinned people. LA,
That's my preference.
I definitely don't agree with
That's my
that.
preference, Kai. That's
Right,
my preference.
preference, but it's not just what I'm supposed to be attracted to. That's who you're attracted to or who you told yourself. Because what you've done is you've eliminated dark skinned women from even having a chance to be with you. Now, if you're a piece of crap guy in a relationship, then hey, we saving the dark skinned sisters from you. Okay. But if you're a good guy and you know how to really treat a woman, why should a woman's complexion stop her from having a good life with you, sir? That's not fair. That's not fair. So I just have to say that about that. But I respect your honesty. There's a lot of people that you're just not honest about things, and then we never get anywhere. You know what I mean? So, I appreciate that. I do.
And also, like, I want to talk about before I go, like, you said that I want to say black people, like, we just like we always tear each other down because like we don't want to see other black people, you know what I'm saying, make it. You know what I'm saying? Black people, like,
Right.
we do not stick together like other groups do. You know what I'm saying? Because like other races of people, they support each other. Like even on our social media, like other races of people, they subscribe to each other. You know what I'm saying? They promote other content creators channels, but black people, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah, we
40
should do that
million.
more. You're right. You're right about
There's
that.
40 million black people in this country. If each black person in this country just subscribe to each and every black person, like in this country, you know what I'm saying? Every black person would have 40 million subscribers, be making money, viral. But see, black people, we don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't think as a collective. You know what I'm saying? Other races of people, like, for example, you know what I'm saying, you can see somebody from, you know what I'm saying, another culture or another race have like 4 videos and they have like 100,000 subscribers, 500,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers off for 4 videos because their people support them. Black people, we don't support each other. You know what I'm saying? We always trying to hate on other black people. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're the only race of people that always like try to tear down other black people. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to see other black people make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with most of what you said, but this is another thing too. I think that deep down, because black people feel like because we do have it harder in a lot of areas than other people. When we kind of struggle to get what we got, I think with black people, they don't, because it's not me, but they don't want to share. They might be so scared to share. Now, then I might go broke again. Or I don't know. I got to keep what I got. I don't know if there's room for you too, Negro brother or sister. But LA, in Africa, they do unite more than African Americans. African Americans, particularly, because I can only mostly speak on that because that's where I've been most.
Yes.
We could do better, like you said, with unifying. But I'm telling you, the traditions of Africa have always worked from day one, and they still do. Even with the families, with marriage, with mating, with having children, theirs makes way more sense. They got their eyes on each other, not just who's in the house, who's around the village, who's in my tribe. That's why I like tribalism, because it's a collective. We're too independent in America, and it's harder when you're independent. But we tend to think that just black people don't get it right. Man, look at black people. Y'all don't unify for nothing, huh? The more we say that, the more it stays that way, instead of taking action and finding a solution in that. We're not doing that. I feel we're just complaining, but we're not actually taking the steps necessary to change within the community. That's why Chicago's off the hook. That's why a lot of our black young men are doing things to each other. Because why? Why not? We ain't giving them a reason not to, or not enough of a reason not to. There's too much struggle and not enough sacrifice our black bodies are being sacrificed because there's so much death in these graveyards right now. I feel
Yeah.
like it's almost like a sacrifice for nothing. But we're not reaching down to them enough. That's why when Dr. Umar Johnson, he spoke on that with someone, and they even said, they was like, well, I don't feel responsible for other people, kids, and this and that. And he said, see, that's part of the problem. We have a lack of black men, not only in the homes, but also in the schools. There's barely any black men teachers. We need you black men to take your stand and help educate us more and lead us, basically. That was part of the reason why I came on. When I first came on YouTube, I wanted to see more black men. I don't care where you're from. Talk to me. I need more leadership in my life. Okay.
I mean,
And I see that they do too. There's a lot of black sisters out here that are disgusting our society and our image. But I feel y'all are responsible for some of it because you're the leaders, whether you want to lead or not. Randy, it's in you when you was born to help lead.
I mean, but you have a lot of black people. I'm talking about, only, what I'm saying, I'm only concerned like with my sons, with my nephews, with my family members. See, a lot of black men out there, they don't have concern for a lot of the black youth in this country. But you have black men like me and like other black men like OGs like me and like other black men. We do want to talk to the youth. You know what I'm saying? When I be going out, man, I be like speaking to like the young black youth, you know what I'm saying, telling them, you know what I'm saying, right, you know what I'm saying, from wrong, because I was on the train the other day, and this one, you know what I'm saying, young man, he was talking about like gangs and stuff. I was telling him, I was like, nah, man, you need to get you a job, you need to leave gangs alone, you need to, you know what I'm saying, like do, you know what I'm saying, good in life, you know what I'm saying, be a productive member of society, you know what I'm saying, because gang banging, you know, so that's gonna lead to, you know what I'm saying, three things, death, prison, or in a wheelchair, you know what I'm saying? Be something, you know what I'm saying, productive, you know what I'm saying? Be the change in your community, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be in a gang to be cool, you know what I'm saying? Don't make the same mistakes that me and other, older people made, even though I was never a gang member, I was around that, you know what I'm saying? My dad was a gang member, my older brother, my uncles, my cousins, I was born into that. So I experienced that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I told him, don't, you know what I'm saying, make the same, you know what I'm saying, mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen people get killed. Like I see my nephew get killed in a gang, friends, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, experience that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the way, you know what I'm saying? You want to be, you know what I'm saying, remember that something good, you know what I'm saying, not bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying, we was put on this earth for a purpose to you know what I'm saying, to be productive, to, you know what I'm saying, to be a productive member of society, we wasn't born for no reason, you know what I'm saying, we all have a purpose on this earth, you know what I'm saying, because I help the homeless, and you know what I'm saying, like I give money like to the homeless, I give them food, you know what I'm saying, clothes, you know what I'm saying, I give back, you know what I'm saying, I respect my elders, you know what I'm saying, I respect, you know what I'm saying, women, children, elderly people, disabled people, you know what I'm saying? I'm really a good person, you know what I'm saying? I really try to give back, but yeah, go ahead, Kai. But yeah.
All right, well, that's good you do
Yeah,
that.
but I don't want to hold you, but yeah, I'm about to get off of here, but all right.
All right, yeah.
Peace, and yeah. Thanks for having me, Kai. Peace, I'm out. All right.
Sure. All right, peace. Thank you. All right. So we got a LA in the house from the West Coast of America. All right. So he gave his views. And I do tend to sound like I'm putting down light-skinned people and lighter-skinned skin. But what I'm trying to do is just speak the truth. And it's basically off of science when it comes to the color of your skin. And coming up, I'll show proof of why I say what I say. But yeah, and people are going to probably feel that I'm wrong for thinking like that, kind of, go dark. But I do feel it makes a difference in our lives. Yeah. Okay, I was just looking at my internet connection. Okay, so just coming up on an hour and a little over 40 minutes here. Yeah, because I was just signing off. like maybe at an hour, and then he came up. So that was good. We added to the conversation. Guess the rest of y'all scared. You know. But I'm gonna come back on. I'm not exactly sure when, but like again, I just popped up. YouTube's been giving me some issues, which is annoying, but at the same time, it makes me feel like, okay, I must be doing something, and and as long as I'm doing something right, you can't stop me. So there's spirits that nobody can stop, and they can take us all on the right path. You like who you like. I just don't promote anything that's whitewashed, like anything where um you're supposed to be more attracted to what's less black, what's less African. So when you steer that way, it gets different. But even with Dr. Umar Johnson, I praise him and I like his work. But he also comes off to me as someone that caters towards light-skinned women. So at some point, I'm going to talk about that because I'm starting to feel and see things in him that aren't so African when it comes to his preference. One of his wives is light skin, very light. He said he wants a light, a caramel, and a dark skinned woman. When is he going to get the dark skinned one? Excuse me, that was like a partial burp coming out. Sorry. So I want to know when the dark skinned woman coming. You know what I'm saying? Because he definitely speaks good knowledge. Whether I agree with every single thing he says, I don't agree with every single thing anyone says. It's just interesting to me because he speaks very much on Africanism and the black woman, blickety black, blickety black. The only woman I see him with is high yellow, high yellow. So what's good? What's good with that? You know? So I stay strong and true to Africa, and that's just all to it. It's nothing that I have to consciously do. It's already in me. It's already in y'all. Okay? So to go with that, you will be just fine, So that's just that. Light-skinned men are strong too. I just feel the deeper your roots are and the deeper you connect with your roots, you're only going to get stronger. And it's not just physically, it's mentally, and it's wherever you take yourself to. Thank you, Randy. So that's Randy SoCal that joined in on the conversation. Yeah, you got to give people a chance. Like I've seen Randy on other channels, and sometimes people have been short-tempered with him a lot. Or and then sometimes he be talking junk, and then he be arguing in chat, and they be like, "Wait a minute, what you say?" Because him and I have had ours, back and forth or whatever. But I try to give people a chance. I'm Kai and Y007. Peace.